that, guys, let me just ask you a few questions. Since the last seminar, has anybody here gone and implemented any of the techniques that we spoke about? Put your hands up. Okay, cool. Wow, it's quite sort of 1/3 of the room, I'd say. Anybody got any results yet from that? No? Okay, cool. Good. Well, that's what today's for. You see, you know when we do a free seminar, right, and even when I speak on other people's stages, it's always so difficult for me to get everything into 90 minutes, and I try to give as much as possible, but there's always little gaps and little things that I can't physically show you. And this is what today, when I show you step by step how to set things up, hopefully that will fill in all of these missing pieces, and it will all make sense, and you can actually start getting some results. If you get results within these 2 days, then that will be fantastic, especially with the stuff that Ray's got at the back. So that's good to see that you've been taking action. Another quick thing that I forgot to mention that Trishan said to me, just a quick note about Christopher Howard, whose involvement with this event ceased on day 1 of the previous event, and so he won't be here. So just for any people, some people had some questions about that, about the personal development side, and just to let you know that that's not happening. We're going to cover all of the things with you anyway, and most importantly, we're going to give you everything that gets you results, guys. Yeah. So. Femi, Grant, you don't really need an internet for now, dude. Maybe we can do it after the next break. Yeah? Cool, yeah? Another thing as well, guys, we're very informal here. It's very relaxed, I hate trying to structure. I hate structures, and I hate having like a fixed structure to everything. I personally find that when I'm relaxed and I'm flowing and I can just talk to you and show you things, that's what has made me all the money that I've made in my life. And the only thing I can teach you guys is what I know up here and what I do, and hopefully if you can replicate some of that, you'll be able to get these results. So before we begin on internet marketing, guys, okay, is everybody ready to roll first, yeah? Yeah. Ready? Okay, cool. Okay, some people in the back there, okay. So before we begin with the actual internet marketing, what I want to do is I want to tell you a little bit about what happens up here for me and what makes me tick and what makes me successful every day. I just want you to know that some of the things I'm going to discuss with you now in terms of mindset, specifically mindset, I'm not a master of this, by the way, guys. Yeah, I'm still a student on the journey like many of you here today. So I don't want you to think, I'm a big guru standing up here. I still make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm still learning every day, and I'm willing to learn every day. But most importantly, some of these concepts I want to cover with you. If you can actually take these on board and start implementing them, not only will it help you make more money and implement everything over these 2 days, but in your life in general will just completely transform if you can start implementing some of these specific strategies. And it's taken me many years to learn some of these things. And I don't want to give you a whole big boring spiel on personal development and having the right mindset. I just want to give you a few specific techniques that I personally use every single day that helps me be the person I am and make all the money I do, okay? So the most important thing, I'm going to start, and I'm going to use this flip chart in a minute. We don't need that screen at the moment. The most important thing, guys, I want to tell you today, and this is my very firm belief, and it's reality, is everything is in my mind. Everything in this world, everything in terms of money and everything is all mental. It's my mind, it's my thoughts, it's my emotions. And this is a principle that I started thinking about and learning about many years ago, but now I live by it completely. So when it comes to making money, I don't care if the internet crashes tomorrow, because if the internet crashes tomorrow, that's 99% of my business down the drain. But I don't care, because the key thing I've discovered is I've trained and programmed my mind in such a way that I know I'm going to make money, and I know I'm going to always have money. Now, I can tell you this is so amazingly powerful that it's just, I can't describe to you what a feeling it is inside when you know that you can literally attract money or anything you want, a person, a relationship, a house, a car, or anything, just by using your mind. Not this technique, not that technique, not YouTube or anything. And if anything you can take away from this weekend, I'll say to you, really get this concept, because this is the foundation. For me personally, 5 years ago when I first started reading a few books like Think and Grow Rich, etc., and going to a few personal development seminars, it really began my journey, on realizing how powerful the mind is. And now, to the stage where I'm at now, where I'm doing spiritual practices every day, and I'm going to recommend a few practices to you, and I'm going to tell you about a few things. And like I said, I'm not a master of this by no means, but I've got myself to a state now where really, if I just focus on something, and I keep focusing on it, and I keep focusing on it, magically, it will appear into my life. And imagine having that skill rather than all of these other techniques, That's what's really important. And I know a lot of you people in this room are quite well versed with personal development anyway, and you guys, read books, and who here is into The Secret and manifesting to everybody, right? So I don't want to give you, I don't want to give you a whole boring spiel on it, but I just want to tell you personally what works for me and what I use every single day, okay? Now the first thing is, and this is so important, and I'm still trying to master this, by the way, is focusing on the outcome, okay? And this, if you want to write this down, I can tell you now, this is still something I'm trying to master every single day. So for example, if I'm about to do a product launch, and I'm going to give you real-time examples here, right? If I'm about to do a product launch, okay, there's so many different components of that product launch, right? There's a JV affiliates that I need to get, there's pages I need to set up, etc., etc. But in my mind, all I'm thinking about constantly, every time I think of that product launch, is the end outcome, the success, and the amount of money in my account, constantly. I'm not thinking about anything else. Now you think about it, if I tell you guys, go and set up this campaign on YouTube, 100 million things are going to run through your mind. Oh, okay, how do I do this? Am I doing this right? What niche to pick, etc., etc. But if you can literally train yourself to block all of that out, okay, block all of that out and just think of the outcome that you want, okay? If the outcome you want is for this video to get 1,000 views a day and to make you $100 a day in your ClickBank account, and you just constantly focus on that, focus on that, focus on that, focus on that, to the point where you're just believing it, you know? Nothing else is in your mind. And anytime something else comes into your mind, like, oh, this is a bit difficult or this is a bit tricky, yeah, work through it. But in your mind, you just, like a kid, you have to train yourself to just constantly think of the end outcome. I cannot tell you how powerful this is. Like, forget all of this personal development crap. Just this is the only thing you need. If you can constantly just focus on the outcome, seriously, if you can just constantly focus on the outcome, constantly with anything in life, whether it's a relationship, a new house. Let's say you want a new house, but you don't have the money for a new house. So all of these thoughts are going to run through your head. How do I get the money? How do I afford the mortgage? Etc., etc. Block all of that out. Literally stop right now. Block all of that out. Think of the new house and the end outcome. You're in that house, you're walking around, you're enjoying yourself, the feelings that you're feeling while you're in that house, and just constantly think of that. Constantly. Anytime you think of that new house, you just want to think of the end outcome. Guys, that is so powerful. Seriously, I live my whole life like this, right? So when I want something, all I'm thinking about is the end outcome. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I do slip up sometimes, and my mind runs into all of these different thoughts and troubles, and how am I going to do this, how am I going to do that? But as soon as I'm conscious of that, and I remember, okay, what am I doing? I just need to think of the end outcome. I feel a complete shift in my energy, and magically, the more you train yourself like that, I can give you living testimony that it works. And it works like, you know, like nothing else. So that's the first thing I want to tell you guys. Just constantly focus on the end outcome of whatever it is that you want to achieve, whether that's this weekend or in life in general. Now, the other thing that makes that powerful, focusing on the end outcome, is supercharging that with some energy, okay? And I hope this stuff is interesting to you guys, because this weekend is really not about, I can't blag to you about something I don't know, guys, okay? I make millions and millions of dollars every single year online, and this is how I do it. And if you want to, if you was my friend, like Ray is my friend, and you sit down and you come to my house like he does all the time, and he says, Saj, how do you do all of this stuff? This is what I'm telling him. I'm not telling him, really go and set up this campaign or that campaign. I'm sitting at him and saying, bro, do this, do this, do this. And this is exactly how I would speak to my friends. So this weekend is just about me giving you what's in here, and then you taking what works for you, okay? So that's the first thing I do whenever I want to achieve something, is constantly focus on the outcome. Don't even think of anything else, completely block it out. And it does require some training, because, you know, your brain is like a computer, your mind is the software of that computer, and you need to reprogram that thing, okay? Because it's been programmed with all of this conditioning and all of this crap since we were kids, and I don't want to go into the details of that because that's boring. All you need to do is focus on the outcome. That's about 10 years of personal development in one sentence, seriously. Forget all the crap, that's all you need to do, yeah? I'm all about results, guys, and fast track, yeah? So I'm just going to tell you, look, this is what you need to do, yeah? Forget everything else. Just focus on the outcome, and trust me, you'll see amazing results. So that's number one. Now, number two is energy. Everything is energy, okay? And like I said, I'm not a master of this, okay? I'm not a master, I'm still a student, I'm learning this. But what I realize is when I'm focusing on an outcome, for example, let's say I wanted a new house, by the way, yeah? And I literally just got my new house the other day. When I was thinking of that, I'm visualizing it, okay? I'm seeing it in my mind's eye, I'm picturing it, I'm feeling the feelings of myself when I'm in that house. That's probably one of the most important steps. If you just constantly think of something like a robot, but in your heart you don't believe it's real for you, and you don't feel it, it's not going to happen. So that's the second component. You think of something in your mind, and two, you feel it as if it's real right now. Okay, this is the secret of how to manifest things, and like I said, this is probably one of many ways, but it's what works for me and what I know works for many other people. So for example, if I was to say to you, you guys all want to be top affiliate marketers, you want to make £10,000 a month, let's say, to start off with, right? So if you start seeing, first of all, that £10,000 in your PayPal balance, for example, I'm just giving you a live example. This is how I started, by the way. 5 years ago, just to let you guys know, I had a PayPal screenshot, and on Photoshop, I put $1 million in that PayPal screenshot. And I think you've seen vision boards and all of that stuff, right? I don't really like those things, yeah? But I did print that out, and I looked at it, and then I left it for a couple of months, and then when I was moving house or whatever, I pulled it back out, and by then I'd learned a bit more about the power of feelings. And then I thought, okay, you know what? Now I'm looking at this, I'm going to feel as if it's in my account right now. So if you visualize your PayPal account, for example, and you see that money in there, the next thing you want to do is you want to feel that you've got that money right now. How would you feel if you had £1 million in your PayPal account right now? Pretty good. So you want to feel that right now. You want to feel that like it's real right now, like nothing else exists. You're a kid. I've got this money right now. The more you can hold on to that feeling, and if you try it right now, if everybody in this room tries now, imagine you've got £1 million in your bank account right now. How would you sit? How would you feel? How would you talk to other people? How would you sit up? How would you breathe? All of that stuff. That's exactly how you need to act right now. Yeah, act like that right now, and the more you can, what you'll see is you might do it here, but in a little while your mind will drift off again, right? So this is what you need to reprogram, okay? Because the more you can condition yourself to be in that way, the quicker you're gonna. I've attracted, you know, my girlfriend, right? She's not here today. She was a complete wreck when I met her, right? She's a lovely girl, but when I met her, her head was in a million different directions. She wasn't into none of these things, right? So I just basically, she's a very humble, innocent person. So everything because she looks up to me in a good way, you know, she follows what I tell her to do. She has completely transformed herself, just one person I know personally in my life, just by using a few of these techniques, yeah? And I'm telling you, it's just so powerful. So feelings and focusing on the outcome, okay? 2 things, I'm gonna cut it down. Focusing on the outcome, feeling the feeling as if it's real right now. Okay. The third thing, which just makes all of this sort of light up and go on fire, is using energy. Okay, and this is the last thing I'm going to mention before we go into the actual techniques, because that's all we really need to know. Everything is energy, and I don't want to get too deep on you guys once again, but just so you know that if you look at quantum physics, or if you study quantum physics or the actual reality of nature behind atoms and all of that stuff, and I don't even understand all that crap. I don't need to. Well, I need to understand that it's all energy. Okay, it's all energy, and the more you can tap into that energy, and channel it within yourself, the more powerful you become as a person, and the more quicker you can manifest whatever life you want to create. So a couple of ways to create energy in yourself. One, I do meditation every single day, twice a day. Meditation for me is the most powerful way to tap into that energy source. I do transcendental meditation, if anybody wants to note that down. If you used to say to me, Saj, what's the best thing in your life right now? It's not all of this money. It's my 2 20-minute practices that I do a day of transcendental meditation. You can go into Google, you can type that in. That is so powerful, you know. It's a practice that takes 4 days to learn. It costs about £200, I think, to go through the course, which is a 1-week-long course. They teach you all over the country. You've got qualified teachers all over the country. And you go for like 4 or 5 days for an hour a day, and they teach you this very simple technique. But this technique takes you straight deep into your source, okay? I'm not going to get too deep into that, by the way, but you use your mind, use a special technique to go straight into your source. And the more you connect with that every day, I do it twice a day, the more you're open to this huge flow of energy, or this source of energy that then you can manipulate and channel towards your goals and your visions. And because all of you guys have put your hand up when I said who's into this stuff, I'm just explaining it like you already know some of these concepts, yeah? So transcendental meditation, if you want to know what I do personally, that's what I do. The other thing you can do is breathing exercises, you know, deep breathing, hard breathing is another one. And this is just to energize yourself, guys. So I just wanted to give you that in the beginning, because I don't really care about making money in this technique or that technique. This is what I use to make my life what it is, and I just wanted to share that with you, yeah? So I hope you guys take note and use that. What I want to do now is, before we get into the techniques, we've got a lot of techniques that we're going to get into, and the whole day is literally going to be packed like that. Before I do that, I want to give you a few foundational elements in terms of internet marketing and what you're going to be learning this weekend, right? So we're going to use this flip chart. Can people at the back see this, by the way? You can see it, yeah? Maybe you can give me a timer, because I might be going a bit over or whatever, yeah? So I don't know if you can see that, you don't really need to, but it says arbitrage, okay? Anybody heard of this word before? Yeah. So basically, anything you're going to be doing online is literally arbitrage, okay? And I'm going to explain to you what this is. Maybe you want to make some notes of this as well, and some of the diagrams I'm going to draw. To be honest, arbitrage in a nutshell, if you're on the internet, you can just Wikipedia or whatever. Arbitrage in a nutshell is basically you're buying something at this price and you're selling something at this price, okay? And the whole of the internet and all of these concepts we're going to discuss with you falls into arbitrage, okay? Whether you're doing pay-per-click, whether you're doing SEO, whether you're doing YouTube, Facebook, etc. At the end of the day, all you're doing is you're taking traffic at one cost, and then you're either selling a product or you're selling an affiliate product at a higher cost so you make more money, okay? So this is what you need to understand. If you understand this right now, this concept of arbitrage, then this is all you really need to know in all of your campaigns that you do, in all of your affiliate campaigns, and all of your product launches, whatever you do, just understand that it's all arbitrage, okay? You're paying for something here and you're selling it over here at a higher price, okay? I've got a little note sheet here, I'm just gonna bring that up, okay? So if you've been to my seminar before, you would have seen me draw this diagram. Traffic, product. So at the end of the day, guys, this is where you're arbitraging, okay? You're going to be getting traffic over here, and you're going to be doing this over this weekend, by the way, yeah? You're going to be getting traffic over here at a certain price, and you can get traffic from many different sources. You've got pay-per-click, and my diagrams are terrible, by the way, but who cares? You've got SEO, you've got YouTube, Facebook, whatever. All of these different sources of buying traffic, okay? And this all costs a certain amount to buy. If you're using YouTube, it's free traffic. If you're doing SEO, it's free traffic. But then what we're doing is we're funneling that traffic to a product, okay? And this product is going to be either an affiliate product or it's going to be your product. So getting traffic, funneling it to a product at a higher cost, and this is where you make your money. Now, the real art of getting good at this and making a lot of money is being able to basically convert this traffic, okay? Is this all making sense, by the way, guys? I'm just covering this very quickly for people who are quite new, so you get the foundational concepts. See, now most people, they understand this, right? They understand I need to buy traffic, or I need to get traffic, and I need to send it to a product. That's pretty straightforward. But people don't succeed. Like when I said put your hand up, how many people did it? You all did it. How many people made money? The hands went down. The reason they don't succeed is because of this element over here. It's how to convert that traffic, okay? People think it's usually a simple case of going to whatever, like YouTube, and putting up a video and then putting a link for an affiliate offer. And although that does work, okay, we're going to show you how that works, what people don't understand is once I've got this traffic, how do I convert it to a buyer or to onto my list, somebody who subscribes to my list? And the key here, which is really important to understand, is that these are real people, okay? And I can't stress to you how important this is. It took me years to get this. I was building my list for about 2 or 3 years before, and when somebody asked me, Saj, what are you doing? I said, oh, my list is 20K now, my list is 30K now, my list is 50K now, my list is 50K. I've got 50,000 leads. Not I've got 50,000 human beings on my list, okay, I've got 50,000 worth of a list. And this concept, when I got this concept and it clicked, and it did take me many years to get this, right? When it clicked, my income just went from here all the way over here. Because I thought to myself, what the hell? I've got 50,000 real life people who have looked at my page or who have looked at my product. They've bought that product. These people have a mindset. These people have certain behaviors and certain emotions. And these are real people on my list. When I got that, my whole income, like I said, just shot through the roof, because now I started to focus, who is my customer? Who is my target customer? Who is my avatar? And Shaq's going to speak to you about that. If anybody here been to any of Eben Pagan's courses or seen? Okay, one of you guys. Eben Pagan really talks about this quite a lot. It's called your customer avatar. And this is what I want all of you guys to do here today. And Shaq's going to talk about this in a lot more in-depth detail. Is create your perfect customer avatar, okay? Give him a name. Who is your customer, okay? Think of it right now. What market do you want to get into? If it's make money online, is it weight loss? Is it yoga? Is it Pilates? Whatever, right? Whatever niche that you want to get into and start making money in, who is your customer avatar? Who is this person? Who is this person that's going to click on your website? Who's going to read your website? Who's going to fill in your squeeze page? Who's going to buy that product, okay? What do they look like? What's their name? How old are they? Okay, what do they do? What kind of things are they interested in? What kind of websites do they surf? I'm telling you guys, right? This information, when it clicked with me, my income went from here all the way over there because I was able to tailor make my campaigns, my messages, my emails that I sent to these people completely custom to the avatar. So start doing this. Shaq's jumping at the back because he knows this is the real secret, guys, right? Create your customer avatar right now. If you need to note down what is the name of your niche. If it's weight loss, okay, who is your ideal customer? Maybe they're predominantly female. I can tell you that now. This is called demographic research. I'm going to cover this with you as well. How old are they? Okay. If they had a name, what was the? Use your intuition here, right, guys? Use your gut feeling. Don't think too much and try to overcomplicate it. What would their name be? What kind of websites do they serve? What do they do on a day-to-day basis? This is just for your information. Once you get this, you're going to make a lot more money. Now, when it comes to converting traffic, this is the real art of making big money on the internet, is being able to do this, right? Now, most people, there's two ways to. Eben Pagan, EBEN PAGAN. PAGAN. And his course is called Get Altitude. He's got many courses. I don't know which one he talks about this one, but he's got many courses. But just type his name into Google and you'll see it, right? Everybody understand this concept, yeah? It's quite straightforward. Do you know, this most people, right? I spoke to one of these guys here the other day, I can't remember who it was, but he was at the seminar on the first day and he set up a YouTube video and he got like 500 views or something, and he got a lot of views straight away. He picked a good niche, and he basically, I don't know who it is, they'll have to tell me, he got 1,000 clicks on his link, right? He set an affiliate link like we showed you very quickly, and he got 1,000 clicks on that link, but he didn't get any sales. And he's saying to me, Saj, why didn't I get any sales? I'm like, how did you tailor make your campaign? Did you think about who is the viewer of this video? What kind of link did you put in front of them? What kind of writing did you use? Okay, once you understand your customer avatar, when we talk about things like copywriting, when we talk about things like selecting the right offer and how to link it together, you can customize that and cut that a lot finer so you make money. So this is why this is so important. Now, when you're driving traffic, there's always two ways to do it, guys, okay? Number one is called direct linking. So direct linking would be, say we've got Facebook over here, we've got YouTube over here, and let's say we've got whatever, PPC, Google AdWords or something over here. So this is our traffic section, right? So direct linking would be from here, sending the person straight to the product, okay? And this could be your product or an affiliate product. Always remember this, yeah? So if I'm doing direct linking, let me just type it in here. I don't even know if you guys can see this, but it doesn't really matter as long as you can understand it. YouTube, Facebook, PPC, okay? If I'm doing direct linking, then all I'm going to do is I'm going to send a person straight from here, straight to the product, okay? Now, yes, this works, and it can work very well, and we're going to show you how to do it properly, but this will have a certain conversion rate. When you're direct linking, you might get, let's say, a conversion rate of, I don't know, just pick any number, let's say 5%, yeah? So 5% of the traffic that you buy over here, when you direct link to the right offer, as long as this is targeted, yeah? If this is a weight loss traffic, you don't want to send them to a make money product necessarily, you want to send them to a weight loss product. So as long as you're direct linking to targeted traffic to a targeted product, you'll get a certain conversion rate, okay? The other thing you can do is pre-sell your customer, okay? I'm going to talk about this today as well. So now you've got the same traffic, I'm just going to put ditto over here. But now, rather than send them straight to the product, you're selling them to a pre-sale page or a ready-made website, which we're going to help you all set up today as well, and then go straight to the product, okay? Now this is where all the money is made, okay? The big money is made. Like this is a big money as well, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you can't make money doing this, you can make as much money as you want doing this, but when you understand this concept of pre-selling your customer, this is when you know, you can really take your income to the next level. So just to give you a, does this all make sense by the way, guys, yeah? Okay, cool. So just to let you know, let's say this was, I'm buying traffic over here, people who are interested in making money, and I direct link them to a ClickBank product which is about making money, okay? I can do that, that's fine, that works. It's all a numbers game. The more you do it, the more results you get, the quicker. Another thing I'll tell you guys, today, all of the quick fire affiliate marketing blueprints that we're going to teach you, it is completely a numbers game. If you put up one video and you get, let's say, 100 views and not enough sales, or you get 1 or 2 sales, or you get no sales, doesn't mean it doesn't work. It's a numbers game. So Rian, the example he's going to show you, he put up a video and he got 25 views and 1 ClickBank sale, yeah, from those 25 views, which is very good, by the way, yeah. He's got another video that's getting however many views he'll show you, but he hasn't monetized that yet. Now now I just said to him today, he said to me rather today, imagine I had 1,000 YouTube videos out there. You know, it took me like 10 minutes to do that. Imagine I had 1,000 YouTube videos out there. Maybe like what, 200, 300, 400 of them won't bring me nothing. But it's a numbers game. Do you understand? The more you put out there, the more results you get, the more clicks you get, the more money you make. And this is specifically for today. This is specifically for today, because today we're going to give you these quick fire blueprints to make you cash. And if you really want to succeed with them, it's a numbers game. So the more you put out there, the more traffic you're going to get, and the more potential results you're going to get. All right. So when you understand this concept, rather than me sending this make money traffic directly to a ClickBank product, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them to my own website, okay? And this website can do many different things, and we're going to show you examples of this, by the way. This website can talk about this product that I'm promoting, tell them how great it is, how good the results were that other people have got. It can have my opt-in form, which we're going to help you set up as well, and it can build my list, and then I can email them, etc., etc. So these are the 2 different ways to make money with traffic, okay? Direct linking or pre-selling the traffic. That's all I want you to understand. Does everybody get that, yeah? Yeah. Does it make sense? Okay, cool. So this is all the foundation. Everything else is just going to be bang bang straight into it, guys, okay? So the reason I'm telling you this is it's really important to understand when you put up your videos, when you put up your Facebook ads, when you put up your pages, there's always 2 things you can do. Obviously here we don't have enough time to set everybody up with a pre-sale page, okay? We can give you some templates, we can give you some things that you can use, and then you can go away and rejig them using the theory that we're going to give you and start implementing them in your own way, in your own time. But what we do have time for here today is direct linking. We can do a lot of direct linking because it's very quick, you know. You set up the traffic campaign, you send it directly to a ClickBank product. But just know that to be successful at that, you need to put as many campaigns as possible out there, and it's a complete numbers game. And once you learn how to do this, which we don't have time to do over the 2 days in depth, this is when you're going to make even more money, okay? Does that make sense to everybody, yeah? Okay, awesome. So that's all the theory I wanted to cover with you, really. I wanted to give you a little bit about what mindset works for me, and I want to tell you about the foundational internet marketing concept. How are we doing for time, guys, for this slot? Yeah, so okay, so what I'm going to do now is Shaq's going to come on with me now, and he's going to basically talk to you about his introduction, and then from the next slot, after the next break, we're going to get straight into doing stuff, right? So just wait for Shaq to get fired up. Shaq, you ready? Another good thing, guys, because we're doing a live setup today, right? We're going to be doing campaigns live. There isn't really any fixed time slots because I don't know how long it's going to take to do some of this stuff. It might, but generally every hour to 2 hours we're going to have a break. Obviously we're going to have a lunch break in the middle somewhere for an hour or so. But because we're doing things live, you know, there's no real, you know, set time where it's going to be an hour and a half. It might be an hour and a half, it might be 2 hours, just so you know, and then we'll have breaks constantly. So Shaq's going to come, give you a bit of an intro, then we're going to have the first break, and then we're going to get straight into doing stuff. So get ready to rock and roll. Yes. Yeah, sure.
It's about ethical things.
This is a long question, man. Okay, good question. Long question, but good question. In a nutshell, what's your name?
Short high, just high.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, so in a nutshell, what he's saying is he personally believes, and it's a fair point, he personally believes that to promote a product or service to somebody, you as a person should know everything about it. It's an ethical issue, basically. You know, is it right for me to pick any product and just promote it to somebody when I haven't used it myself, or when I don't know if it works, right? Now, this is a very fine line, by the way. Sorry about that, guys. This is a very, very fine line, by the way. When it comes to internet marketing, it's a choice you're going to have to make, okay? And I'm going to be very honest, I'm very glad you brought this up. There is some products out there in internet marketing that are not as good as they claim to be, okay? there is some product. This is the whole of business. Any sales, there's some element where you're going to have to think to yourself, how much do I want to be involved in researching a product before I sell it? Now, with me personally, when I promote products, I'll be very honest with you, right? I've got a massive list, yeah? Now that list has been built with JV partners, okay? Now some of my JV partners come to me and they say, Saj, promote this product for me. And this is somebody who's probably made me hundreds of thousands of pounds, yeah? And he says to me, Saj, promote this product for me. And some of these products are really good. But sometimes, every once in a while, a product comes along that I don't feel too comfortable with. But then this person has made me like 100, 200 grand in business. So I have to make a very firm decision, you know, a business decision. Do I want to keep this JV partner happy and promote his product? Or do I want to promote something that I don't believe in, yeah? And to be honest, what I do personally is I'll just promote it to a very small list that doesn't really respond very well to me anymore, yeah? Just to keep him happy. But that's my personal decision. You, on the other hand, this is business, guys. And I'm not going to lie to you and say to you, in this business, everything, if you're going to be completely clean and clear, which if that's your ethics, then do that, you know? Any product, before you promote it, buy the product, test it out. That's the only thing you can do. If you want to promote a ClickBank product to your list and you don't think if it works, you need to test it out. Now, the best way to do it is once you've got a team of outsourcers, and we're going to teach you about outsourcing today because this is how you really make the big money, give it to your outsourcers and say, hey, you know, check out this product, I've bought it, you test it out and go through it. If it works, then I'm going to promote it. But I can tell you now, especially if you get into the make money online niche, there's a lot of crap out there. And you know, it's a question of your ethics at the end of the day. I don't want to advise you on that. I can just tell you what I do. Most of the stuff, crap, I don't promote. Every once in a while, if I've got a really big JV partner, usually the really big guys, they don't release crap, you know, but they might release something that's not as good or I don't feel 100% comfortable with, but I still need to keep them happy a bit. So I just promote it to like a shitty list of mine that they don't get much response to, but at least I can say I promoted it to them, you know. But that's my personal business decision. That's what I do, in all honesty. It's up to you what you want to do. But
you can't make it look like C3
you can't. I mean, you might be better to just, you know, get a job in a church or something, man. You know? I don't know. No, I'm just messing with you. No, seriously. If you go into ClickBank, I'm just messing with you, by the way. If you get into ClickBank, by the way, you're going to come across this issue many, many times. If you get into any kind of affiliate marketing, what are you doing in affiliate marketing? You're promoting somebody else's product. Now, how are you physically going to be able to test all of these products? So you have to make a decision one day in terms of how you want to do it. And I really don't know what to advise you, you know. There's a lot of crap out there. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Depends on what you want to do, how big you want to build your business. And it is a very important decision that everybody will have to make. Now, some people just don't give a shit. They just care about money, and they'll just promote anything, yeah? And they make a lot of money that way. But some people think, oh, I don't want to promote this, I don't want to promote, and then they don't get anywhere, yeah? And then some people in the middle, you know, who think, okay, I'm going to do what I can in terms of researching a product and its credibility, but I still want to grow as a business. So it's just affiliate marketing for you guys, you know? It's not the rosiest game in the world. I'm not going to lie to you, but at the same time, it can make you a millionaire. And you're not doing anything wrong or illegal, by the way, okay? It's ethical. It depends on your personal ethics, what you want to do to answer your question. But it's a fair point, man. Thank you for bringing that up.
Some of lose diet, lose weight programs, this might get dangerous at some point if the guy doesn't know what he's telling. It's not that
okay.
Some make money online,
yeah.
But if this physical person takes this program and do something in harm to himself, there's a point.
Well, what I would say to that is, if you're using a pre-sale page, okay, when you're using a pre-sale page, there's two kinds of affiliates in the pre-sale page game, okay? I'm going to just tell you this now before we get into the meat. There's people who just don't give a shit, and they're going to just lie on the pre-sale page, say, I took this weight loss pill and I lost 100 pounds in a day, you know, you need to check it out right now. They're literally, seriously. And what they do is they have all offshore hosting and stuff like that, so nobody can track them, nobody can do nothing to them. And these are some of the wealthiest people out there in terms of affiliates. And I don't do that, and I don't recommend that. What I recommend you do is any product that you promote as an affiliate, okay, if you want to use testimonials, okay, you contact the product owner and you say to them, I'm a serious affiliate. I'm about to drive some serious traffic to your offer, but I need social proof, I need your testimonials, I need your results, I need etc, 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 your whole list of things from them, and that's the information you use on your pre-sale page. Now, if I'm a product owner and you come to me and you say, Saj, I want to promote your product, and I'm really serious about driving a lot of traffic to this product, but you know, I need results from you, and you know, I really care about my list, so I'm very ethical, and I want to make make sure that this stuff works. What I would do is I would first of all, I'd have an interview. I'd have some of my people interview to make sure you're serious and I'm not wasting my time with you. And if you are serious, I'll make sure you've got product review. I'll make sure I'll give you all the testimonials that we've got, etc., etc. So on your pre-sale page, rather than making shit up, you're using the real data that I'm giving you, yeah? And that's how you would get around doing that. And every big product owner, if they're legitimate, will give you that. But every now and then, you do get junk products that come up. What can you do? It's part of the business, you know. You have to filter through them. Now, that's what you do we'll get to. I was going to cover that when we get to the pre-sale page, yeah. So we will answer that. But in a nutshell, don't lie on your pre-sale page, guys. Don't make false claims, because yes, you can get hammered by the FTC. It happened about a year ago, I think. Visa and MasterCard, they shut down like a whole load of CPA offers simply because the affiliates got sued and everything, right? Not even the product owners, because affiliates were putting up all of these false claims. Take this miracle weight loss pill and lose this much weight. Look, it was on Oprah show, it was on this show, etc. So all complete false claims basically, just to sell the product. And in the end, they got done. So don't do that. There is a world that exists out there, people making a lot of money doing that. But I don't think that's anybody in this room, you know.
It's very expensive to get wrong as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I know people, underground marketers who make I know all kinds of people, guys. I'm not going to lie to you, yeah? I know people that are in the top end of business. I know people that are doing shady things. I know all kinds of people because I'm just cool with everybody, you know? I keep it cool with everybody. So I know what's going on in the business world. And I can tell you there's some underground marketers who do these things and black hat techniques, and they're probably some of the wealthiest out there. But they have no ethics. They don't care. They just want to make money. And I don't think anybody in this room is like that. I'm certainly not like that. So I'm not going to teach you how to do those things. But that world does exist. If you want to find out more about it, go into the internet and type in black hat marketing. Black hat marketing. I'm just watching who's taking notes now. And you can find out all about it. And what I do, there's a fine line, you know. At the same time, I'm not Mother Teresa or somebody. I want to make money, you know. So I don't get too hung up about, oh, am I doing right? Am I going to go to hell for promoting this weight loss offer or anything like that? I just try to find out about the product owner, make sure they're credible, ask them for some social proof, some testimonials, and then I'll make a decision. Okay, should I promote this or not? Okay, that's what I personally do. And that's what you need to do, really. You don't need to go overboard and you know, thinking about this. I don't think you're going to go to hell for promoting one dodgy offer once in a while, but you'll be, you know, make an educated decision. So that's that in that case. Shaq, yes, quick question.
You know your pay-per-view technique of bid on the URL, the order pages.
Yeah.
Can you explain that for again?
Yeah.
Take it straight to URL.
Yeah. For CP offers, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Brand name bidding, although some companies don't allow you to do that, so you have to take the terms and conditions. But that is how, you know, you make a lot of money. I'll explain it. Yeah, you can. There's a lot of URL scrapers, or you can just, like, you know, if I'm promoting a finance offer, for example, you can bid on the name of the company. This is just to you. I'll explain it all later what I'm talking about. But most companies nowadays won't allow you to do that. But we'll run through that as well. Yeah, it is. It's super targeted traffic. That's why. It always boils down to this, guys. This is all you need to know, and I always say this in my seminar. Targeted traffic to a targeted product equals money. Now, when most people see this, they think, oh, yeah, okay, that's true. And then that's it. Just really understanding this concept can make you all the money that you want online, yeah? Targeted traffic to a targeted product. So, for example, if I'm promoting a product over here, which is a finance offer from a CPA network from, let's say, Experian or something, credit report. So if I'm promoting an Experian credit report over here, and my traffic is a keyword that is targeted at Experian credit report or the Experian itself, then obviously that is super targeted traffic. So as soon as I send it there, I'm going to make money. But now on the CPA network, there's a lot of companies that won't allow you to bid on their brand names. But there's ways around that. Yeah. But even still, there's a fine line. We'll cover all of that once we get into the meet. Yeah. So, Shaq, we're ready when you are, dude. And I'm going to give you a very quick introduction, Shaq, for some of the things he's going to cover. I wanted him to talk to you a little about what makes him tick, because this is another guy I told you that's made a lot of money in a very short space of time. Just like Rian, everybody I know who's made a lot of money in a very short space of time, it's not because of XYZ technique, it's about something that's going on in here. And I've realized that about everybody. And I really want to make sure you guys get that without boring you, but just get to the meat of what it actually is, so then we can move forward with the techniques from there. So Shaq, are you ready? Yeah? So just welcome Shaq back to the stage, please, guys.
Yep. Guys can hear me? All right. get this party started.
Rock and roll it.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Are you guys excited, by the way?
Yeah.
I can tell, definitely.
Sergio can't.
Is it time? Are you doing the presentation now, Shaq? By the way, this is what Shaq had up as the main screen that he was going to show you guys. We were just going to say that this is what the seminar's about. It's not about internet marketing.
It's like a prisoner.
Yeah. Okay. So Shaq, basically, you wanted to cover
1 second.
that model that you told me about. Just cover that, and then we'll go straight into I'll go straight
Alright,
into
cool.
this from there.
So I'm just going to start off talking about my mindset and what's helped me get to where I am. Alright? Alright, so first thing is,
Another very important thing, guys, by the way, we're going to talk to you about this company through the course of the day as well. It's called Carbon Copy Pro. This is where Shaq makes most of his money. And this is a high-end affiliate network that you can sign up to as well, that we're going to tell you about. And it's really, really powerful. Also, you're all going to get access to our CPA network as well. Remember I told you that? So we're going to get all of your member details, set all of that up. So, you know, at some point, we'll hook you up with logins to all of that as well.
okay.
You take it away, Shaq.
Okay, cool. So the first thing that I'm going to be covering are the keys to. No, don't stick that
You
on.
don't need that,
No,
no?
I don't
Oh.
need that. It's basically keys to a warrior-spirited entrepreneur. Yeah. So I've got a couple of points that I've learned over the last 15 months since I've been online that has helped me grow as a person and make a shitload of money because of the mindset that I've had and I've developed over time. And the first one that I'm going to get into is, like, most of you guys are here, you've probably purchased different courses, different ebooks, different programs. Most of the crap didn't work, so you searched and you bought this, and hopefully this works out for you. So the first question you need to ask yourself is, are you a producer or are you a consumer? Are you someone that buys all this crap that's on the internet? Not all of it's crap, but you know what I'm saying, yeah? Or are you someone that's producing the content? Now it's very important that you understand that you need to be a producer and not a consumer. Are you the person that's reading all these emails from all these marketers, or are you the person that sends all these emails to sell stuff to other people? So that's the first question you need to ask yourself, and you need to answer it. You should write it down. Are you a producer or are you a consumer? If you're a consumer, you need to change that mindset to becoming a producer, because ultimately being a producer is what makes money. Now Saj talked about all of this stuff. I'm going to go a bit deeper, and the way I see how to make money is online or offline or whatever, is your income is directly proportionate to how much value that you serve to the world, to the community, to your marketplace. Everybody get that?
Yeah.
So if you're not making the amount of money that you want to make right now, it's because you're not providing much value. That's the truth. Right? You're not putting out more value, more YouTube videos, more articles, all of that good stuff. You're not giving value to people. And even if you are, then you're probably not leveraging it right. Do you get what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah.
So you might put a video up and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, I've given content, you know, why the heck aren't I making money, all of this stuff, I've learned X, Y, Z. If you haven't learned about optimization, how to keyword stuff your videos, how to get backlinks, all of that stuff, that's where the leverage comes in. And ultimately, the leverage is what gives you wealth, and wealth gives you money. All right, remember what I spoke last time? Value multiplied by leverage equals wealth. You create enough wealth, energy rises, it's called money. That's it. All right, I'm joking. And the next thing is, when you're doing all these activities, you need to be focusing on MMA, which is basically money-making activities. So when you do a task, whatever you do, I don't care if you're putting up videos or articles, anything, you need to always ask yourself, is this directly making me money? Is this an MMA activity? Right? If it's not, then ditch it and start focusing on MMA activities, money-making activities. If you think that, if you want to, say for example, you want to dominate a niche and you're writing 50 articles or something, if you know what your time is worth, and I'm going to go into that a bit later on, if you know what your time is worth, then you know that you can spend $1 or $2 per article somewhere in the Philippines, which I'm going to cover later on, and get that all of that stuff outsourced so that you leverage your time. All right, you didn't get into internet marketing to get rich in the slow way. All right, you want to get rich fast. That's why you all started internet marketing. So that's basically what you want to focus on. MMA equals high leverage activities. So when you put out stuff, it's going to have a multiplying effect that's going to go on and on and on. You guys follow me?
Yep.
Okay. And ultimately, you need to have a big why. Like I always talk about all of this stuff, the marketing, all of that stuff comes so easily. If you think that you can't learn a strategy or you can't implement a PPC campaign or whatever, it's because you don't have a big why. That's what it comes down to. Because if you have a big why, you don't give a crap what comes your way. You're going to work freaking 16, 20 hours a day, like I used to get to where you want to go. So always remember what your why is. So everyone here, I want you to write down what your why is. You might have a kid, you might have a 3-year-old boy or whatever, and you wanna make their life better, whatever it is. Just make sure that you know deep down inside what your why is. Because when your why is bigger than the how, all this shit becomes so easy, and then making money online becomes easy as well. Alright, so start off from the inside out to all this marketing shenanigans or whatever. Okay, and a few things about productivity. You wanna, actually before that, I wanna, like some guys here, you might be like in debt. I don't know what your financial stability is right now, and you might be coming from a mindset of, shit, I shouldn't be saying, but whatever. Yeah, shit, whatever. Like I don't have enough money, or how am I gonna implement this campaign, this and that, and your focus is on the lack. So what you focus on is where your energy flows, and that amplifies. So instead of like bitching and whining about you don't have enough money because you can't implement something, focus on creating more, on the abundance. Like sometimes when I got started, I was a young kid, like last year, when I was 21, now I'm 22, I'm a grown man now. So basically, when I got started, I went into about $25,000 worth of debt because I just needed to figure out all this marketing not crap, but whatever, marketing stuff, just so I can get to where I want to go and ideally never get a job. And you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, cool. The last thing is, since all of you guys are here, it's very important that you network with one another. So if the person next to you don't know them, get to know them. Someone's sleeping, but whoever. I'll excuse him. Anyway, back to my point. Get to network with each other so you can share ideas, you can bounce back and you can network, and then you never know, you can find JV partners here in this room that can take your business and your life to the next level. Alright, some productivity tips, yeah? What kills most of our time, or most of when you're starting out online and you haven't made like $10,000, $20,000 months, what you're usually doing is killing all of your time. When it comes under the topic of productivity. So you're probably checking emails all day long, reading sales letters. Who relates? No one? Only this guy. Okay, cool. So yeah, you want to get out of that habit, and first thing I'll advise is just unsubscribe from every email newsletter. If you know that you're someone that gets sucked in, like I used to get sucked into buying everything, and I never had no money, so I used to go and beg and borrow to get the money, and then I used to buy everyone's stuff, and yeah. So unsubscribe from everyone except for Sajid's. You can subscribe to mine as well. Anyway, that's a different topic. You want to be focusing on one thing at a time. They done this research at, I think it was King's University, and they said that multitasking is a myth, and that people that smoke weed have got actually more higher IQ than people that multitask. So if you think you're a good multitasker, that crap don't exist. So stop multitasking, focus on one activity at a time. Yeah. No, that was true though. No? You want to buy some? And the last one is you need to work in focused blocks of time. Peter Drucker, time management guru, productivity guru, he said that basically how the mind works is all day the body, the mind, whatever you want to call it, goes up and down in waves. Okay, so what happens is you're only productive for about 2 to 3 hours of the day. So if you're working about 6 hours a day, that's not productive and you won't get any work done. So when the body goes up, like basically certain times of the day, you need to figure it out when you've got more energy. So for example, 10 o'clock you wake up, 10 o'clock, first hour, what you need to do is have your own personal time, hour power, whatever you want to call it. Have that me time before all of this other external stuff so that you grow yourself internally, and then everything else becomes so much easier to comprehend, to take you to the next level. Once you've got that, you need to figure out what your energy points are, and how you do that is different times of the day you know when you have high energy. It's like, I've always got high energy because I'm probably on Red Bull. You shouldn't be drinking Red Bull too much. Anyway, what happens is, when the body goes up, when you find out what your high energy time is, that solid block of time, you need to use that to create. That energy is basically the most powerful energy that we have in us, and that's comes from somewhere around here. I don't know, whatever it is, but it's basically willpower. So you want to use that willpower to create new habits. Got it? Yeah. All right, good.
How is this guru, time management?
Peter Drucker.
Drucker.
Drucker. Drucker.
Is there a specific title on the book?
No, he's got so many books. Just Google him, Peter Drucker. And the last thing is...
I just want to quickly jump in, guys, because what he said there is so powerful. You see, my 3 hours of power, or whatever you call it, used to be at around, I think it was around 10 o'clock, 10 to 11 or something like that, is when I was the most active. But when I first started, during that time, my activity was doing my emails. Okay, so during the time when I've got the most energy in the day, what I was doing is I was doing my emails. And then after about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whatever, when I had done all of my emails, so I got so many emails, and now obviously I don't do it myself anymore, but when I was doing it myself, I would be so drained, and then I have all of these other things on my to-do list, and they will just take forever to get done. Something which can be done in an hour would probably take me a week. Now, so what you really want to do is basically when you figure out when that segment of time is when you've got the most amount of energy, you want to focus on high leverage activities, okay? So rather than do something that's going to drain your energy like emails or anything else like that, you think, okay, this is the time when I'm most focused, most active, what can I do that's going to give me maximum leverage, okay? Whether that's telling my outsourcer to put 10 videos up for me, managing him, and doing things that are going to produce results, rather than doing something that's going to drain your energy. It's so important, it made a huge difference in my life. That's why I thought I'd quickly come and jump in there, yeah? So
cheers, Saj.
Yeah, cool, man.
I'll pay you later.
Yeah.
And the last bit is, basically, there's blocks of time they've worked out. I don't know who worked it out. Even Pagan worked it out. And you need to focus in blocks of 60, 60, 30, okay? When you work for about 5 hours in a row or even 2 hours, your brain actually doesn't comprehend what you're learning or what you're implementing. So you need to work in blocks of 60 minutes, and then 30 minutes. So it works like this. First 50 minutes, you focus on high leverage activities. Then the next 10 minutes, you meditate, you do some exercise, you walk around, you get some fresh air. Then you do that again. 50 minutes, you work hard. And then 10 minutes, you take that relaxation thing. And then for the next 30 minutes, you just completely cut off from business, from whatever you're doing. And that you'll find out that that's what re-energizes your whole body. And then you can work all day if you want, or you can work couple of hours a day if you want, like me.
I'm just going to jump in. Anybody heard of the book 4 Hour Work Week or whatever?
Yeah.
I haven't read it, by the way, but I just think of, I kind of guess what it's talking about, working 4 hours a week. And this is the only way that you're going to do less and achieve more, is to use that time when you're most energized to do high leverage activities, okay? The more you do that, something that's going to take you a week, you can probably do in a day, literally. Now I do things, literally, I used to do things that used to take me 4 to 5 weeks to get done, which could have been done in a day, and I'm not exaggerating here, guys, but the only reason it used to drag on, because I used to do a little bit, go and get sidetracked somewhere else, do a little bit, another day, go and get sidetracked somewhere else. And it just wasted months and months of my life, even years of my life, I would say, yeah? But as soon as I figured this thing out, and it takes habit. You can't just think, oh, okay, I'm going to do it today and it's going to be perfect. You need to get yourself into that habit. So do it for a week, do it for 2 weeks, and I guarantee you your productivity, like I said, guys, what we're doing here is not giving you the whole boring spiel on personal development, but just the nuggets that you need, yeah? So this is the nugget you need for productivity, is to focus your time in these slots that he's saying. So 50 minutes, 10-minute break, 50 minutes, 10-minute break. Because the thing is, most people when they're on the computer, they're zoned in for hours. Once again, drain of energy. You don't want to do that. The computer, it emits all of these EMF radiation and stuff, or whatever it does. It's a complete drain of energy. So really, the wealthiest people online that I know, including myself and everybody else, my friends, my personal colleagues or whatever, these guys are working like 2 hours a day or something, you know, and they're making the most amount of money. So why is that? You have to think of yourself, what are these people doing? Why is that? Because they get these foundational concepts like time management, productivity and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that you take regular breaks when you're on the computer. And this is so important. Some of you might be thinking, oh, but this is basic, but do you actually implement this, you know? Ask yourself. And if you do implement it, how successful are you? Why are you in this room? Okay? So once you start implementing these things, you will see your results go through the roof. And it needs habit. It needs habit because we're just habit creatures, you know? The human being is, is trained through habit. And make sure you do that, because I used to be on the computer for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 hours. I am still sometimes like that. Like I said, I'm not perfect, no shy. None of us in this room are perfect, guys, okay? Don't put us on a pedestal. We're not perfect, right? But we know how to make a shitload of money, and we can just tell you what we do to make all of that money, you know? So time management, key. Take regular breaks. Make sure you freshen yourself up. If you wish to do something like meditation, you're just going to supercharge your power and your ability to do all of this stuff. So implement that, Shaq. So
yeah, the last thing that I want to leave you guys with is it's all about implementation. Learning something has got no freaking value or whatever. It doesn't add to your life if you don't have the ability to take action on it. Okay, so the concept of speed of implementation. Anyone heard of that before? Yeah. So it's basically what Ibn Pagan talks about in Get Altitude, and he says that when you learn the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people, or people that make a lot of money and people that are just wannabe entrepreneurs and struggling and whatnot, is basically how fast they implement what they learn. So it's very important that you really grasp this concept of speed of implementation. So when you learn something, you don't just sit back and say, yeah, I know it. Yeah, one day when I'm homeless or some shit, one day when I'm homeless or something, I'll go and implement it. When you learn something, it's very important that you take massive action on it and you freaking do the thing. You just take action on what you learn. So that's speed of implementation. And if you guys think that you're not taking action because of fear and all of this stuff, go read a bunch of books or something. Get into meditation, do some yoga, which I've started, which is sick. Bikram yoga with my friends over there. But those kind of stuff really calm your mind down, and then you can focus your energies on what really needs to get done. And yeah, that's my take on self-development.
Another thing about speed of implementation now, guys, if somebody calls me up, I get so many projects lined up, people calling me up all day, emailing, Saj, I got this, I got that. As soon as I see something, and I think, oh, that sounds interesting, have a quick 10-minute, 15-minute call with that person or whatever the project is, look into it, focus for 15 minutes, half an hour. If I think, oh, this is worth doing, straight away I implement it, straight away. And I didn't used to do this before. I used to get all of this idea, oh, this idea is good, write it down, oh, this idea is good, write it down, this idea is good, write it down, implement maybe a bit of this, bit of that. As soon as I started implementing this through Ibn Pagan stuff, that's why I learned it from personally, learned a lot of things from that guy. Basically, speed of implementation just once again makes you successful a lot quicker. So what you're going to learn here today, obviously we're going to try to help you implement it as fast as we can. That's why you've got your laptops. But even that is not enough, you know. When you go home, don't think, take a break or take a chill or go away for a week or whatever. Start implementing immediately, every single day. Make sure you use the productivity thing you spoke about. Make sure you use the things I told you about in the beginning, believing that it's real now, seeing the end goal, and these simple concepts, guys, you put them all together, you're going to see powerful results.
One final thing that I'd like to say is that no matter what you're doing right now, always have that feeling of gratitude. So every day you wake up with an attitude of gratitude rocking. Personally, I've got a good friend, she's actually over there, that I do my gratitude with every single day, and it's actually proven that if you do it for 30 days, you become 25% happier. So I'd advise everyone, just be grateful for everything around you, even if you've got so much crap going on in your life. If you're grateful, then you're rich from the inside. Once you're rich from the inside, then you can focus on exactly what you want to create, and the rest is easy. Fire away.
If you have 5 things you're grateful for the previous day, every day, it keeps you on track. This is a really quick thing. 5 things half day after day.
That's really a good point. Yeah, thank you for that.
Jason.
Yeah, sorry, I totally forgot to mention this. I had it written down on my notes. Gratitude every morning and every night. I was on anybody here heard of Jordan Belfort? Yeah, some of you guys. Okay, just to let you know who Jordan Belfort is. He is Leonardo DiCaprio is making a film on his life story at the moment. This was a guy who was on a webinar the other day that I was watching. This guy made $1 billion in sales in 1 year. He was earning $50 million or something a month. He was a Wall Street guy, right? So I had a brokerage firm. He was making a killing. And he basically made a shitload of money. He knew how to make money. Jordan Belfort, yeah? Jordon, Belfort, Belfort. He's got a website. You can check it out. So I was on a webinar basically with him the other day. And this guy, basically Wall Street, making $1 billion in sale every year. Most importantly, all of the people who directly work with him, all are on 250, 300, 400K a year directly from the learnings that they got from him. So he realized his skill is not in making money, but helping other people and teaching them how to be rich. Yeah, and he did this on a mass scale, bigger than anybody I personally know, because we all go to these personal development seminars and stuff. How many people actually come out and start being the person they want to be straight away? This is the one guy that I know who, and this is all documented, who every single person he trains becomes wealthy. And people who work with him, they become rich, whether they're in sales, whether they're working for his company, or whether they're going and doing whatever he's telling them to do. His system works, and it works for everybody who works and works with it and works with him. So Jordan Belfort, anyway, I was on a webinar with him the other day, and just so you know, like I was saying, $1 billion in sales in a year, 50 million a month, and then what he did is he went to jail for like 22 months because I think he tried to do something, he tax loopholes or something, funnel all the money to Switzerland, so he got caught, and he went to jail. And then he was on drugs as well. So these guys lived the life, you know, which is why Leonardo DiCaprio is buying the film, because it's a cool character to play, right? So basically, he made all of this money, and he went to jail. In jail, he wrote a book. Okay, he's never written a book before, but he thought, okay, I'm going to write a story. As soon as he had that thought, I want to write a story of my life. Speed of implementation. Went to the library in the jail, found a book on how to write books, and basically started writing it. And now, as soon as he came out, that script was, his agent took that script into Hollywood. There was a bidding war between Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio on who wants to buy this script, because they both wanted to do this film. And then Martin Scorsese is directing the film, and you know, he's basically sold the rights to him, and Leonardo is going to be playing Jordan. And basically, anyway, the point is, this guy is a super big shot, right? He knows how to train people to get money. And I was on a webinar with him the other day, and the host of the webinar asked him, Jordan, like, what's one of the things that you do every single day? And I think something like along the lines of every morning and every night he spends 20 minutes in complete gratitude. And this is what he teaches everybody to do. So meaning when he wakes up in the morning, before doing anything or before waking up, turning on the computer or anything, he spends 20 minutes just being grateful for whatever he's grateful for in his life, you know. The small things of, you know, I'm grateful I've got a house, I've got food on my table, I'm grateful I've got a wife, I've got family, I'm grateful I've got clothes, you know, from little things, but really feeling it, and the attitude of gratitude. Once again, feeling is the power. The more you learn how to feel and use your internal powers of feeling and visualization, the quicker you get to success. So this is just you can all Google him, you've all got your computer, you can all Google him and read about him. So this is really powerful stuff. Attitude of gratitude. Thank you for mentioning it, Shaq, because I forgot.
Anyway, that's me done for this.
Okay, so so yeah, basically we've got 5 minutes now, guys. We're going to take some questions. This was just an intro, basically, just to get you warmed up for the day ahead, and then we're going to go straight into the meat. So if you've got any questions, we've got about 5 minutes before the first break. We'll take some questions very quickly.
Yes, because I'm much into these development programs, I understand that the most powerful thing that everyone should develop in the first place, before doing anything else, is develop a detachment from the mind. This is an advanced concept that Zen masters, yoga masters, Deepak Chopra teaches. So I would just like to tell this to people. Some personal development programs say stop the thoughts. you know. But
Yeah.
when you stop the thought, you depress it back to the subconscious,
Mhm.
it comes back more powerful, more powerful.
Mhm.
So, it's a good idea to be a witness, you know.
Yeah.
The first thing you should do in your life is to become a witness,
Yeah.
identify with a witness
Yeah,
inside.
can I just comment on that? Yeah.
Yes.
Charles Lampos has just mentioned a very advanced spiritual concept. Like, this isn't a spiritual seminar, by the way, but we're just giving you. No, but this is it's very relevant. The reason I'm saying it is basically detachment, which is what Deepak Chopra, and it's a real life concept. If you're sitting in this room and you're thinking, I need to make money, you know, I need to make money, this technique has to work for me, it has to work for me. You're really attached to the technique. And what you're doing is you're wasting so much energy on being attached to something that isn't even real, okay? What are you going to do with the money at the end of the day? Are you going to take YouTube and your laptop with you when you pass away, you know, into heaven or wherever you're going to go or whatever? So this is an advanced spiritual concept. The only reason I'm mentioning it is because you just mentioned it and it's something I live by, and I didn't want to get too heavily spiritual on you guys. But basically, the way I think, and I'll just tell you my personal example, I don't care about anything. Yeah, I'm living in a nice house, a lot of money, nice cars, everything. But at the end of the day, I could go tomorrow and live in a hut. I don't care. It makes no difference to me. I'm completely not attached to anything. And you can't really become like this, I personally think, just by reading a book and thinking about it. I personally think the only way you're going to get the true grasp of detachment is through meditation and through prayer or spiritual practices or whatever you do to really become a detached person and still be able to act efficiently in the world. So that's the concept of detachment, basically. Don't be attached to anything but still do everything 100%. But just know, really, what is the reason you want this for? What does it really mean to you, you know? What really means something to you is something a lot deeper. If you look in, everybody looks within themselves, you'll see that, you know, are you comfortable with having nothing? Are you comfortable with the way you are now? If you can get to that state and really be like that, then you can do whatever you want. So thank you for mentioning that. Detachment. If you guys want to know more about that, I think Deepak Chopra writes about that stuff, and all kinds of spiritual people write about it. So you had a recommendation, right?
Yes.